Hello, my dear students. How are you all? Welcome to our Finance and Accounting Academy channel. I'm Dr. Bharati Sunil. Our today's topic is advantages and limitations of cost accounting. We have talked about what is cost accounting, but why is cost accounting is so important. Today we'll dive into the powerful advantages what cost accounting offers to businesses. So we will discuss about advantages of cost accounting. From setting prices to controlling business, cost accounting is the backbone of smart business decisions. So let's explore. We will discuss about advantages of cost accounting from different perspectives. That is how it is beneficial to management, workers, creditors or investors, bankers, government, society. So we'll discuss about how it is beneficial to management, next workers, investors or creditors, next government, next society. So first we will discuss about how it is beneficial to management. When we discuss from the perspective of management, what's the first one? Ascertaining cost per unit. Ascertaining cost per unit. Cost accounting helps us to know the cost of single unit of a product or service. Means it is helping us to determine the cost of single unit of a particular product whatever we are selling or the service whatever we are offering. This is fundamental to many other decisions what will take place in business. If you remember, we have taken the example of sweet treats in our cost accounting. Here also we'll take the example of sweet treat. Suppose in sweet treat we are making cupcakes, right? So for each cupcake, we want to know how much of flour cost we are incurring, or sugar, butter, eggs, the other ingredient cost, the electricity cost of using this oven, and also a tiny portion of the rent whatever we are paying for our sweet treats. So if you know the cost of one cupcake, then we can decide how much of price we have to set for our cupcakes in our sweet treats. So how you'll set the selling price? By setting profitable selling price. Means we can get a good amount of profit only when we know the cost of a particular cupcake. Without knowing the cost of a cupcake, we cannot set the selling price. So what we can understand here, if you know the cost of a cupcake, then we can set profitable selling price. Second one, cost control and reduction. All these points I have explained in our previous videos. If you watch our previous videos, you can understand these terms. So this cost accounting will help business to know what are the costs that are incurred. Here the business can understand, are we maintaining are we doing our cost control, or are we doing any wastage of our materials or labor? So if management identify any wastages, then they can take corrective measures to control these wastages, and they can reduce all unnecessary expenses without sacrificing the quality of product or quality of service. So if you take the example of sweet treats, in the sweet treats they have observed that they are incurring more power expenses. So what is the reason for that? When they have identified, they have come to know that they are using old oven. So this old oven is incurring them more electricity expenses. So here now they can take corrective measures, or they can control the future costs of electricity by replacing that oven. So like this, management can do cost control and reduction. Third one is pricing decisions. So what are pricing decisions? Cost accounting will help management to set competitive pricing. That means profitable pricing they can set for their products or services. So without cost accounting, it's difficult for management to set competitive prices or profitable prices for their products or services. So for example, if you take any furniture manufacturer, so this furniture manufacturer is manufacturing dining tables. So now this manufacturer knows the exact cost of wood, paint, labor, any other factory overheads. Then he can fix his selling price based on the total cost of that particular dining table. So without knowing these costs, if the manufacturer sets a selling price accidentally, means without having any knowledge about the cost what actually got incurred, then whatever the price he is setting, that may be either it may be too low or it may be too high. If it is too low, what is the disadvantage to the manufacturer? He has to suffer losses. Suppose if he is setting higher price, then customers will not prefer to buy his dining tables. So that is why what is compulsory? Management should know what is the cost of particular product or service. So based on that only they can make pricing decision. This can help the manufacturer to have healthy profit margin. Fourth one, management policies. Whatever the policies management make, that are called management policies and decision making. So cost accounting will help management to make policies in the business, and these policies will help the management to make good decisions. If the management is knowing crucial information about the costs that are incurring in the business, so this information will help the management to take decisions. What decisions they can take using this cost information? Buy or make, next product mix, any expansion plans. So if the management knows about the cost, what they are incurring for their products or services, then management can take a decision whether to buy or make. Say for example, if you take the example of sweet treats, here they can take a decision whether to make their own bread or buy from outside. So in sweet treats, cost accounting will help management to decide whether to make their bread in-house or to buy from any wholesale suppliers. So how they will come to know when they know all the ingredients cost, whatever they are incurring to make a particular quantity of bread, then they will compare this cost with the price that is offered by the wholesalers in the market. So for example, so in sweet treats, for making 1 kg of bread, they are incurring 200 rupees. So how they have come to know that they are incurring 200 rupees? Because they have ascertained the cost what they are incurring to make particular bread by knowing all the ingredients cost, right? So if the same bread, if they are buying from wholesale suppliers, they are getting that bread for 250 rupees. Now you tell me which decision they should make, whether to make that cake or to buy from outside. So in this particular case, what will advise? To make their in-house bread, right? Because if they buy from outside for 1 kg of bread, how much they have to pay? 250 rupees. Means it is costing them 250 rupees more for each 1 kg of bread. What management can do here, what decision they can make? They can decide that they will make bread in-house. So they are going for making bread decision. In the same way, product mix. So what type of products they can sell? What are the product mixes they can use? For that also they can take decision by using cost accounting. And next, expansion plans. Say for example, if sweet treats want to expand their business by adding some more branches, so for all that purposes what they require cost accounting. Next, facilitates preparation of final accounts. So cost accounting So cost accounting helps business to prepare financial statements. Cost accounting won't prepare directly, but cost accounting help accountants to prepare financial statements. So cost accounting will provide accurate inventory information in terms of raw materials, work in progress, and finished goods. And also what is the cost of goods sold. So these are all what essential inputs for preparing trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. So indirectly, cost accounting is helping financial statements by providing raw materials, work in progress, finished goods, and also the information relating to cost of goods sold. So all this information where we'll use in preparation of our trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. Next, determining profitability. So cost accounting will help company or business to determine their profits. So this cost accounting will help business to know individually what is the cost of each product or what is the cost that is incurred by each department, or even focusing on a specific customer segments. So this will help business to focus on their more profitable areas. If you have come to know which products or which departments or which particular customer segment is more profitable, then what you can do, you can focus more on that particular area. If you take sweet treats as example, sweet treats is making many types of products, like they are making cupcakes, they are making pastries, they are making customized cakes. But when they have observed that for customized cakes, they have to spend lot of time because it's totally customized. Because on that particular customized cake, they have to spend a lot of labor hours, and also they have to concentrate more on their specific designs. So that is why they will charge higher price on customized cakes. But when they compare these customized cakes with the normal cakes, whatever general cakes, whatever they are making in the sweet rates, if they observe that they are getting less profits for customized cakes, so these insights will help the sweet treats management to take decision to adjust its marketing, perhaps promoting more cupcakes or streamlining cake production to boost overall productivity of the business. Now we have discussed the benefits of cost accounting from management perspective. There are many benefits for workers also if the organization is implementing cost accounting. The cost accounting organization can know the workers' efficiency. If the workers' efficiency is known, then merit rating is possible, and with that, worker will be benefited. If efficient worker is recognized by the business, the worker will have the opportunity to have good merit in the organization and he can get good increments. Cost accounting will reduce wastages. When the wastages are reduced, automatically profits will increase. So if the profits are increasing, that means that workers also will have share in the profits. So this will be definitely benefiting workers to get good wages. Next, another advantage to the worker, if the organization is implementing cost accounting system, then everything will be noted, how the workers are performing, what is their ideal time, what is the performance of the worker, how many products he is producing, and whether he is meeting the standards or not. All this will be checked. So when all these will be checked by the organization by implementing cost accounting, automatically workers' efficiency will also get improved. When the workers' efficiency is improving means the standards of the organization will improve. So when the standards of the organization are improving means the company is having good withstanding position in the business world. So this will create job security to employees. When the employees are having job security, their productivity level will be increasing and they will be more satisfied in their jobs. So that is the benefit of cost accounting for workers. Coming to investors or creditors. Creditors means suppliers of raw materials or bankers, and investors means who are investing in the business. So how it is beneficial to investors or creditors? If the organization is implementing cost accounting, definitely it will be having good efficiency, which will lead to stability of the organization. If the organization is having stability, means the organization will have good credit worthiness. So that will make investors or creditors to have confidence on the business. So that is the advantage of cost accounting to investors or creditors. Next, to government. So how cost accounting is beneficial to the government? Government means taxation. If the organization is implementing cost accounting, means government can assess their taxes based on that. So how much of tax they can collect from the company. What's the second advantage to the government? If the organization is implementing cost accounting, means it is reducing all unnecessary wastages, and definitely it will increase profits to the business. If the organization is getting profit, means government will get more taxes. That is another advantage from the government point of view. Next, society. Society means people who are using that product and people who are living in that particular society. So how cost accounting is beneficial to society? Cost control and reduction. So when the company is making cost control and reduction, definitely the cost of production will be reduced, right? So if the cost of production is reduced, means yeah, the customers can get at a better prices compared to other businesses. What's the advantage to the society or customer? Means here the customers can get products at a reasonable cost compared to other businesses. So that is the advantage to the society. And the second advantage is cost accounting helps the businesses to introduce new processes. So these new processes definitely will bring efficiency in the business. So customers will get good products or improvised services. That is the advantage of cost accounting to customers, means to society. Today we have discussed advantages of cost accounting from the perspective of management, workers, investors or traders, government and society. We have explored many advantages of cost accounting, but like any tool, it's not without drawbacks. So cost accounting is also having drawbacks, means limitations. So what are those limitations? Limitations of cost accounting. So first one, it is expensive. So implementation of cost accounting system in the organization is expensive. It can be affordable by medium or large scale businesses. It is not easy for small businesses to introduce cost accounting in their businesses because it requires significant investment, good technology, and trained professionals and ongoing maintenance. All this is required to introduce or install cost accounting. So it's a costly affair for businesses. Especially speaking about small businesses, it's a big burden. Though cost accounting is having advantages, but this is the limitation for small businesses. So if you take our example of sweet rates, it is difficult for sweet rates to employ established cost accountant for its business or introducing the particular software in the business. So all this will be costing more to the small businesses, but they might opt simpler methods initially, but later they can try to implement cost accounting when they can able to get the advantages of cost accounting, and they can reduce their costs and have good profitability. Automatically they can implement more in future. Second one, lack of uniformity. If you take financial accounting will follow Indian accounting standards, GAAP, but for cost accounting, there are no such uniformity in procedures. Say, we have accounting principles for financial accounting, but no such standardized principles are there for cost accounting. So we cannot have comparison with one business to another business. That is the disadvantage of cost accounting, because each business will have its own approach of calculating costs. Coming to the third one, based on estimates and conventions. Cost accounting is completely based on estimates and conventions. So we are not having any standardized procedures here. So we'll be having problem when we are allocating costs to different departments. Say for example, if a factory has to allocate rent to its various departments, how it has to allocate, for that they are adopting two different procedures. See, the floor rent uh, can be allocated based on either floor space or machine hour rate. If the factory rent is allocated based on the floor space but not based on the machine hour rates, sometime some products may be charged more compared to other products. Or if a machine hour rate is implemented by not considering floor space, then some products may be charged more compared to other products. So that is why if the right method of allocation is not decided, whether using floor space or machine hour rate, unnecessary more production costs will be incurred for some products. Next, more paperwork. So this introduction of cost accounting is resulting in more paperwork. It is causing more work burden to its employees. Next, fifth one, it's historical in nature. So actually, cost accounting we are implementing for future decisions. But what is happening? We are taking the past year data and making estimates based on that. Again, we are considering only historical data. So this is not much beneficial to us for our future decision making. Because in rapidly changing environment, if you are considering past data and preparing cost estimates, that will not be having much benefit to us. So that is another limitation of cost accounting. Next, complex for diverse products or services. If the business is having diverse products or diverse services, then cost accounting may not be useful because we cannot make comparison between different products or different services. Cost accounting allocation cannot be possible easily when we are having diverse products or diverse services. It becomes more complex and challenging. So, for example, if you take large hospital where it is having a vast range of services, emergency care, specialized surgeries, outpatient clinics, diagnostics, then in that case, it is very difficult to charge for one patient by covering all these different types of costs. So, cost accounting is less suitable for the organizations which are having a wider range of services or products. So that's all about our today's topic, advantages and limitations of cost accounting. We have discussed advantages from management, in workers, investors or creators, government and society point of view. And we have also discussed limitations in today's class. So we have covered 6 limitations. What are the major limitations? It is more expensive and it is having more paperwork and it is not having uniformity in procedures because it is not standardized. Next, it is not suitable where there are diverse products or services. So this is about today's class. That's all for today. But learning never stops. If you like my videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. And please share to your friends so that it will reach more number of students. In the next video, I will explain about differences between cost accounting and financial accounting. So keep learning, keep growing. Thanks for watching. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you.